This is Harish Kumar Reddy. Welcome to DevOps World. So today's my topic is how to roll back your data by using GitHub operations, how to push all the files into GitHub repository. Okay, so we'll try to discuss one by one what it is actually. Okay, so basically what is meant by rollback? You need to understand this. So for this, what we are trying to do here is, suppose I'm trying to go with some architecture to understand this concept. Okay, so basically, if you're working on any data, like suppose the client is giving some requirement to you, okay, so that you're trying to do that particular requirement. That's fine. Okay, so you are trying to do some whatever the team manager has giving some target to you. You are trying to reach that. Okay, so suppose I'm trying to do some version like any application. So you can take any application like WhatsApp application. Okay, so in this WhatsApp application, you are trying to do, you are trying to do the application in WhatsApp. Okay, so but after some days, after some few days, so the customers are very happy with you, but they are trying to go with the new modifications. They want to go with some new modification in this particular application. So for this, what you have to do here is you need to go with again whatever you're trying to develop this application. Definitely, we are trying to go with the new modifications. Okay, so with the different scenarios. Okay, so the new version has been created. Okay, so in WhatsApp application, the new version has been created. WhatsApp application, new version has been created. New version has been created. Now, in this case, what we are trying to do here is, suppose whatever the customer is expected, that new version has been created successfully. Now, but again, after some few days, he want to go with customers are not happy with your new version. Please try to go with your old data, that is old application. This is whatever you're trying to create the old application, you can try to go with that. That is older version. So how can you roll back your data? How can you roll back your data? This is a he is a client. He's interacting with the employees. Okay, he is a client, and he is interacting with the whatever you are trying to do the changes. You are trying to go with this. So you are trying to apply the new data from here to here. Okay. Again, the client is not happy with your application. He want to go with the rollback of your data. Again, he want to go with the rollback of your data. That is older version. We are trying to create a older version. Okay. So this is the concept, guys. How to do the rollback of your data actually. Okay. So rollback, rollback of your data. This is very very important, guys, because maximum all the companies are using older versions rather than the new updated trial versions. Okay, so older versions are very flexible than new versions currently in our industry actually. Okay, so let us try to discuss this one. So for this, I just want to go with a recap the how to install the Git Bash, guys, because we need to do this from my side. So for this, what I can do, I can go with how to install Git Bash. Okay, I'm trying to go with the Git Bash download. Git Bash download for Windows. Download for Windows. I'm trying to open the Git Bash. So downloading the Windows from 64-bit version. Okay, it is downloading. So once it is downloaded, let's go back to our download folder and we'll try to install the Git Bash, guys. We'll try to install Git Bash. Yes, we'll just right click on this, run as administrator. Yes, I'm trying to install Git Bash now. I'm trying to install Git Bash. So we are trying to install git bash. That is done. So git bash will be like this in our windows. Okay, this is git bash notes, guys. Okay, um, we'll try to go with this. Let's go with how we can see the git bash like this. Git bash. So this is the git bash terminal, guys. This is our git bash terminal. Okay, so now here we are trying to do the operations here. Okay, so let's create a folder. I'm trying to create a folder now. New folder with the name of Java. Okay, so I'm just opening this file. So now you can do like this. Okay, in this folder we are trying to open the git bash. Open the git bash, show more options, open git bash here. See here we have open git bash. Open git bash here. So now what I can do here is I just want to increase the font from my side. You can do the same as per your side also, because it will be very flexible to you. I just want to go with the regular font. Okay, apply, save, done. Okay, so now, so currently I was in desktop Java, guys. So for this I'm trying to go with I'm trying to go with git init. I'm initializing the repository. For this I'm trying to create I want to create some files. Okay, so I can go with touch F1 git add dot next touch, so git commit -m. I'm going with a commit. Git commit -m. I'm going with a commit. So it is asking that your username and password, guys. I just want to go with this first, and then I can go with how to roll back your data, guys. Okay, for this I'm trying to go with git config, because we need to log in with your email ID only. Okay, so it is very important for developer. Git config global. So we are trying to go with user dot email. So I'm trying to go with some email name, like Harish 8099. So we are trying to go with Harish 8099. So we are trying to go with at the rate of gmail.com. Gmail.com. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do. And next, config git config hyphen global. We are going with user dot name. I'm trying to go with Harish. Okay, so git config hyphen list. So I'm trying to see the entire list of your git config file. Okay, so I'll try to show you how we can try to see the git config actually. Okay, I just want to reduce the size of 12. I hope. I'm trying to reduce the font. I'm trying to go with 12 only. Basic, apply. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is see here. This is my username and email ID. See, username and email ID has been found here. Okay. So we need to create like this. Now, once it is done. So once it is done, now let's clear the screen. So now we are trying to initialize. So what is our default branch? Default branch is master branch. Okay, so now I want to go with rollback now. I want to go with the rollback. So for this, what I can do here is I'm trying to go with the um, I'm deleting this file, guys, because I want to roll back the data first. So first, I'll try to create a project name because in previously I want to log in with the email ID and password, so that I was done that one and untracked files to staging area to local repository. Now I'm trying to create a project, Java project. Okay, so now I'm opening this file. Okay, right click on this. So I want to create a folder file, guys. I want to create a file names. So I'm trying to go with F1 and I want to create F2. I want to create F2, F2, and I want to create F3. Create F3, and I want to create F4. So I was creating some files because you can take any files from your side. You can take modules or you can take anything else as per your constraint norms. I'm trying to go with F5 and so these are the files which I was done from our team manager. So whatever the client is team manager has given instructions, I'm doing that for now. Okay, so now right click on this, open git bash here. I'm trying to go with open git bash here. Open git bash here. Okay, so now we're trying to go with git initialized. I'm initializing repository. Now, what is so whenever you are trying to go with git initialize, the default branch is master branch. Remember this. Okay. So now we are trying to go with git status. Git status. So this is called untracked files. We are trying to move with the staging area now. So git add dot git commit hyphen m. I'm going with a commit. So whatever you are trying to create a file, this a commit has been created. Okay. So now after some days customers are not happy with you. He want to go with the new changes. He want to go with the new changes. For this I'm trying to create two more files like f6 and f7. I'm trying to create f7 also. F7. Okay, so now if I open the git bash here, now I can try to go with um, git status. Git status. Two more files are untracked files. Now I can go with git add dot. So git commit hyphen m. I'm going with b commit, guys. B commit. Now, so you've done successfully with the new modifications also. Now again, so customers are liking your old version. Please try to go with your older version because it is very it's very complexity to understand the new version. Okay, again you want to go with rollback of your data. For this, I'm trying to go with git reset hyphen hard. Okay, so git reset hyphen hard. I'm going with what is your commit ID of your a commit? What is your commit ID of your a commit? So a commit. So for this we are trying to go. If you want to see the commits, for this, I'm going with git log hyphen one line. So I want to see the commits of a commit and b commit. For this, I'm trying to go with this. Now, if I so git reset hyphen hard. Okay, I'm trying to go with a commit. I'm trying to go with the a commit. You can copy and you can paste it here. Okay, so this is what we are trying to see now. So if you go with observation right now, if you go with observation, so where is my f6 f7? It is gone. So I have my old data back. This is what we are trying to go with this according to the data. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do the observations. Okay. So now this is what we are trying to go with the rollback of the data, guys. Okay. Now, so once you done this successfully, so finally I want to, so what is my next target is I want to push all the files into GitHub repository. This is very, very important because most probably all the developers will try to do the code and they want to store the code. For this, what we are trying to do, we are trying to storing the files. We are trying to do storing the files and we are trying to push all the files to GitHub repository. Okay. So for this, what we are trying to do here is for just we are trying to create a file again. So I want to push all the files into GitHub repository. For this, I want to open the GitHub cloud. I want to open the GitHub cloud. This is very, very important. So what is meant by GitHub actually? So what is meant by Git and what is meant by GitHub? So Git is a client, Git Bash is a client terminal and GitHub is a cloud actually. Okay. So where developers will fall all the source codes in GitHub repository. Okay. So I'm trying to open my GitHub repository. It is very simple. Please try to create a new account. It will never charge you guys, just it will take only 2 minutes for you. Okay, just like a Gmail. Okay, Harish and password. It is asking two-factor authentication. Never send SMS. So this is my GitHub repository, guys. So for this, I need to push all the files into GitHub repository. In this dashboard, I want to push all the files into GitHub repository. So for this, what I can do here is first I want to create a repository. So whatever you have a file name, suppose I have a file name here like this. Okay, if the file name is exist, it will never take. Okay, try to go with some unique name from your side. I'll try to go with the name of bank banking application app banking application. I'm trying to take one new name, that is banking application. Suppose this project is banking application. Okay, so now in this, so whatever I want to create this file, just I want to go with the new. So with the name of repository name is banking application. Okay, so banking application is available. Okay, now let's come down. If you give same name, might be it won't take because it was not available. See, it was showing here only as per your constraint norms. So whatever you have file name here, if it is available, it will take, or else it won't take. Okay, so now you can create a repository. You can create a repository. See, banking application is created. Okay, so once the banking application has been created, now we need to do some operations for this. Okay, let's go with the git bash. So let's go with the git bash. I'm opening this folder. Now I want to push all the files into GitHub repository, right? So for this, I'm trying to go with the right clicks and show more properties. And I open the git bash here. I want to open the git bash here. Okay. So currently, if I was going with git init, I'm initializing the repository, git init. So initializing the repository. Now, if I go with the git status, if I go with a git status, so this is on branch master working as a tree clean. Okay, this already existed a folder. So we are in default master branch right now. So if you want to create a new file, suppose if you want to create a new file, please try to go with this and you can copy all the files. So please don't do like this, guys, because if you do like this means might be you will face a difficult. Okay, so try to go with a new folder with new folder name, because it will be very helpful to you guys. So whenever you are working with any application, definitely it should be a fresh. Okay, so for this I'm trying to go with one more site, that is I can go with SBI app. Okay, so here I'm opening this folder. I just want to paste some files because I'm taking some random files actually. Okay, so now if you open right click on this, you can open the git bash here. That's not a problem. But whatever you are trying to create a file, just you need to check in your GitHub repository. That's very, very important. Okay, so go backside as per your repository name. I can give the SBI app here. app SBI app. Okay, So whatever you have a file name is SBI app. Okay. So I'm trying to go with SBI app. Okay. So this is also available. Okay. Let's create a repository. Let's create a repository. So once it is done, the creation, so now we need to do some operations here. Okay. So open this file, right click on this, open show more options, open git bash here, open git bash here. Okay. So now I can go with git. I'm trying to go with git init, git init. Okay. I'm trying to go with git init. So if I go with git status, so I'm trying to go with, so this is called untracked files. Now I can go with ls. So I have some files guys currently in my folder. Okay. So now if I go with, so next I can go with the name of this one. I want to add this file. You have to remember this. Okay, let's come down. So currently I was in SBI app. This is the repository name. This is called repository name, and whatever you are trying to open this file, see it is already existing some file name. Okay, so you can copy this file. You can copy this file. You can copy and you can paste it here. You can paste here. You can paste this one. Okay, so fine, enter. So now what we are trying to do here is git remote -v. So we are trying to do some files, that is we are trying to fetch the files or we are trying to push the files. So fetching is already done, so that is by using ls. So now I want to push the files. Okay, so for this I want to go with untracked files. So staging area to local repository, git add dot, so git add dot git commit -m. I'm going with the application name is banking. I'm going with the banking. I'm going with the banking. Okay. So once you are trying to go with the banking, okay. Now I'm trying to commit the files. Now what is my final target is I want to push all the files into GitHub repository. Okay. So for this I'm going with git push. Okay. Origin. I'm trying to go with origin. I'm trying to go with the name of master, because my default branch is master branch. Default branch is master branch. Okay, enter. So it is showing something like authentication. So we need to authenticate the things. Okay, fine. Now I want to go with sign in with the code. Sign in with the code. Okay, so what is signing the code? Just I want to copy this. I want to copy this code. You can copy this code. Now go to GitHub repository. So continue, and you can try to paste it here, your code. You can paste it here. Okay, so you can continue here. Okay, so authenticate with ecosystem. Yeah, congratulations, you are set. Okay, so if you refresh this particular file, if you refresh this all the files, okay, done. So now what we are trying to do, we are trying to push all the files into GitHub repository. Successfully we done. Whatever we operate the file right now, we are successfully done. Okay, enumerating the three objects, and we are successfully done. What is our default branch? That is master branch, and even I was authenticated with the SBI app. Okay, so okay, fine. I'll show you in GitHub repository, guys, how to push all the files into GitHub repository. So previously I was done one folder with SBI app. Now if you refresh all the files into GitHub repository, see, our file has been successfully created. Okay, this is how we can push all the files into GitHub repository. Now, you might have a question, sir. So you already pushed the files in GitHub repository. Then how can I clone this repository? This is very important question actually. Okay, so basically, if you're whenever the developer having the files internally under the GitHub repository, you can try to clone the repository. So by using git clone, so we are trying to go with git clone. Okay, so you can copy this folder. You can try to copy this this authentication file Now, okay, so now we are trying to go with git clone. We are trying to clone and we are trying to paste the file. Enter. So we are cloning the SBA files. Okay. So now if you open the folder, see if I have a folder here. See, this is how we can clone the file. Previously, we don't have any folder. Now we are trying to clone the file. Okay. So this is what we are trying to do. So these are the responsibilities for the developer where the Git is very important to push all the files and we can clone the files. This is very, very important. Okay. So, okay, guys. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me, guys. That's not a problem. Okay, please feel to make me comment session. I can reply you as per the norms. Okay, so and I'll try to share the personal interview questions for you once that this tool is completed currently. So I want next topic is I want to share the interview questions also. Even I can explain what is interview questions, how what they will ask these questions also. I can explain you very clearly. Okay, so that's it, guys. This is all about today's class. And if you feel you can like, share, and comment. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. I can come online sessions also for doubt sessions, definitely. So once the DevOps having 50% has been completed. Okay, this is what today's class. Thank you so much, and have a nice day, guys.